Hello.
Hi.
Good night, everyone. Or
Good
good morning if
evening.
you live
Good
somewhere
evening.
else.
Good evening, everyone. We can say that. We are here to do some reading sprints, which I am very excited about because
Mhm.
I need to get some reading done
Mhm.
because I've been bad, essentially. Yes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Both of us have been bad.
um, Nikki and Alexa aren't doing the best today.
Yeah,
I hope that I don't look too busted.
you're good.
Mm.
We're both sick. And actually, the last time we did sprints, Shelby was sick.
I
So,
was. So we're just kind of trading off here who
yeah.
is feeling unwell.
Oh,
It's a fun
Hopefully,
game.
hopefully that means by like the next sprint, since all of us have already felt
everyone
bad,
will be
We'll all
well.
be
we'll be fine.
good. Mhm.
Yeah.
So yeah, so maybe let's start off with like, what are you planning to read for today's sprints? And also comment what you're gonna read if you're watching.
Yes, I'm gonna be reading this book. Listen, okay, so I'm on page 285. So
Okay.
like I feel like I'm near that, like I feel like I could finish it tonight. I just
Mm-hmm.
like have not felt like finishing it. Like I have
I
been
get
so
that.
annoyed by this book. I like don't know. I don't know. I just like okay, so like my thing with like I don't know if you guys feel the same, but my thing with middle grades is I don't like a middle grade where I have to constantly be reminding myself this is a middle grade.
Yeah.
So don't critique it too hard, you know?
Yeah.
And I feel like I constantly have to do that because, like, honestly, Sophie is so annoying.
I think she's supposed to be because I'm feeling that way as well. And then for people watching, it's our group book for the Fraidy Cat Readathon, School for Good and Evil. I
Hmm.
really love Agatha. Like I really am intrigued by her. I think her character development thus far in the book, and I'm like 100 pages ahead of you. Nikki is
Hmm.
I just think the character development is really good. And while Sophie annoys me so much, like I think like it's supposed to be like I think she's being written to annoy us because like
I
they
know.
want us to watch her descend to be she's trying so hard to be good that she keeps going down this darker and darker path. And I'm having a lot
Yeah,
of trouble
but
reading that.
it's just that she's like intrinsically so selfish.
She's like
Like,
Mhm.
too annoying for you.
I
Yeah.
just like I can't. I don't know. I like
Mhm.
I don't like seeing someone getting taken advantage of. Like I feel like
Yeah.
Agatha's taken advantage of. But
Yeah.
also like I feel like he's taking kind of a long time. Like
Yeah.
I feel like this book's too long.
I
Like
do
I
think
feel
this
like
book is very long.
I feel like he needed
I agree.
to edit it by
Condense
like
it.
at least
Yeah.
100 pages because I feel
Yeah.
like nothing really happened like from page 100 to 200.
Oh,
Yeah.
really? I'm just like about 100 pages in. So,
It's like fun and
Hopefully,
games.
it is
yeah.
fun. Like I would say that it's a lot of just like funny misadventures with them. But yeah, so I definitely want to read some of that today. I also like for the first 45 minutes, I think I'm going to read School for Good and Evil, and then for the second 45 minutes, I'm going to read this big
Oh
boy.
my God. I have my copy here and I'm so excited to read it. But I think I'm gonna read it after this month because I want to
Mhm.
just sit down and devour it and
Me
I'm just
too.
not gonna be able to this month.
Yeah. Someone is in the chat. I am
I
reading A
love that
Discovery
book.
of Witches. Oh my goodness,
I
I've heard
love
good
that
things.
book.
I've heard you should
I
watch like the TV show first and then read the book. That's what I've
I've
heard from
seen like
people.
season 1 of the show. I wasn't like, well, okay, I don't want to say anything because it kind of spoils it. I wasn't as in season 2, but I loved season 1 of that show. Like, it was so good.
but I understand that because I have still not gotten through book 2 of the series. Like
Mhm.
book 2
Really?
like really takes like a dip.
Mm.
I feel
Yeah.
like in
But everyone loves the
like
first book.
yeah, the first book's
Yeah.
super good, and I feel like I feel like watching the series first like isn't gonna spoil it as much because like the book's like 600 pages, and they took this
Mhm.
book
Really?
and like made it into like 8 episodes of 40 minutes. So I feel like
I didn't
you
realize it was that
miss
long.
a lot. Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
really long book.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so good.
Yeah. So you're like just starting the book, which is very cool. So I hope you get a
Hmm.
lot done today. Alexa, what are you reading today?
I think I'm gonna listen to my audiobook because I think if I try to read, I'll get a headache. So I just finished 3 Dark Crowns, and I'm going on to the next book, which is like One Dark Throne, I think.
Ooh, I love that series so much.
It's so
love it, love it, love it. The world building in this book is
stunning.
so good. Like,
It's amazing.
Mwah.
I love it.
I adore 3 Dark Crowns. It's such a good dark fantasy series for like October, I feel like.
It's perfect. It's like not as like explicitly Halloween-y as like some other books. It's just like really moody and like dark.
Yeah, it's the atmosphere.
Yeah. So I'm having a fun time with that.
Oh. Purple Rain Hearts is reading Blood and Honey. I like that series. I really liked the first book, Serpent and Dove by Shelby Mahurin. It's like about a witch and a witch hunter, if you don't know.
Yeah.
What it is.
Both. I have the first 2 books because I want to read them.
I really liked the first book. The second book was good. I didn't love the ending as much, and I still need to read the third book. But I think I'm like holding off on, like, you know when you hold off on reading a book because you don't want like the series to end? Like that's what's happening right now. Like I'm refusing to read the third book because I know that means like it's the end of my characters.
Yeah,
it's really
bad.
How
that's how I felt with The Wicked King and like Queen of Nothing. I like refused to read it for like a year.
Really?
Yeah.
Because you don't like even with like A Court of Thorns and Roses, I like literally finished. I read the first A Court of Thorns and Roses book in 2015, and I finished Aquawar this year.
Are you serious?
Wow.
It's a good thing she just keeps writing more books.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really helpful that she does that. Oh, but yeah, those are some good selections. Yeah, so we are all going to be reading some good stuff today. Yeah, so we can really start the sprint like now if you want. Like I know it's not like an even time, but we were thinking for those watching, we were going to do like 45-minute sprints today, so we can just really focus and get some reading done. Yeah, power through it.
I'm like super behind on my TBR for this readathon.
Yeah, I think like it's kind of helpful sometimes like for people to push you to read. So like I'm really hoping this accountability thing will get me to read more pages, and that we're all holding each other accountable.
Yeah, you have to tell me what you plan to read at. Like how many pages you read, I'll be counting.
Me? I read really.
We're
really
gonna do the math on you tonight. We're gonna figure out like your pages.
Your reading speed.
It'll probably be easier with this book since I'm starting it tonight. So we'll see how much I can get done in 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For those watching, Shelby reads insanely quickly, like really fast.
And insanely a lot of books.
Yeah.
Not just fast.
Like 80 was it like
she's
80
efficient.
This year? Something like
85
that?
now. I've read like 3 books since we last saw each other.
Honestly, this is what dreams are made of. I wish I had that sort of like.
My defense, they're all like adult romances on Kindle Unlimited, so they go pretty quick. But
I honestly think like I'm not making one TBR for November, and I'm only going to be reading Kindle Unlimited romances. Because that's what I want for myself.
That's gonna catch you up to your reading goal. Let me tell you, that's gonna get you.
I know, and especially because they're like all like really quick reads. Like right now, one of my books, like I'm gonna read this for the first sprint, and then read a book by Melanie Harlow that I've like been reading for a while, because I've just like been trying to get through all the books that I'm reading.
Yeah.
But like it's a Kindle Unlimited book, and like the pace that I go in that book is just. I love it.
Faster, yeah. It's great. Actually, this is perfect because we're almost at 7:10, so that's easy for me to keep track of time.
Okay.
Then. Since this is like the pumpkin patch themed reading sprint, I have some fun, pumpkin patch ambiance for us to read too, because that's always fun. So I tried this earlier. We're gonna see if it works again. I'll share my screen. Here we go.
Oh, how cute.
Oh, that's so cute.
So we're going to read to some ambiance. I'll start the timer, and I hope everyone has some happy reading.
All right.
Yay. Hi.
Hi guys, I'm gonna turn off the alarm.
Ooh, once again, not hearing things.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi guys, welcome back. How'd you guys do for reading?
Huh?
Oh, also we had a few more friends join
Can
us.
you hear us, Nikki?
Nikki, can you hear us?
I think that's a no.
Nikki. I don't think Nikki can hear us. Hello.
Hi.
Oh, hi, can you hear us?
Can you hear us?
We were worried for a
Sorry.
second. Welcome back, everyone. We've had a few more people join us. Inspired Amongst the Chaos is reading the fourth book from the School of Good and Evil
Ooh, wow.
because she has to finish the storyline. Ooh, interesting. I'm intrigued.
I'm very intrigued.
Me too.
I
And
think
Drew
I
is-
think
yeah.
the fourth and fifth book are like middle grades, I think. Are like young adults, I think.
Oh,
Maybe.
really?
It's like I think it's like called the Camelot series. I don't know. Inspired
I
Among
know
the
there's
Chaos
like
can tell us.
multiple series or like spin-offs
She has
or
a lot.
something.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then Drew is here because someone told them that we were doing a reading sprint, and they're currently reading The Well of Ascension. So I hope you got some reading done, you guys.
Yeah,
Hope we're
I got
ready.
a lot of reading.
That's good.
I read.
I know 45 minutes was long.
Mhm. I got like 55 pages of reading or 60 pages of reading. I can't do
Mhm.
math.
I feel that.
And you, Alexa, how did your audiobook go?
It was good. I was about to say I got like 45 minutes in my audiobook, but I think it was like maybe 3 chapters or something like that. So
That's
yeah.
Do you
good.
listen to your audiobook at like 1 time speed? Or do you listen? So you don't
Yeah,
listen to it
faster.
speed up?
I know
Oh
a
my
lot of people
God.
like turn it up to like 1.5 or 2 times speed, and like I don't understand that at all. But I'm more
I
of
do
like
that.
a visual person. Like really,
Mhm.
I cannot like when I'm listening to something. It's like it takes my brain. It's like I'm slower processing it.
Mhm.
So if it's too fast, I'll like miss stuff.
It's just that usually audiobook narrators speak so slowly.
Yeah.
They do. Yeah, like I can read visually so much faster, but my like long game, like I can read for longer if it's an audiobook, you know?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So
I get that. A lot of people also got some good reading done. Purple Rain Hearts got 36 pages of Blood and Honey done, and Libby got 46 pages done of A Discovery of Wishes.
So how are you
with
liking
Google.
A Discovery of Witches, Libby?
Yes.
And Blood and Honey?
Yes, how are you guys
I've like
was there anything good in the story?
what you said about Blood and Honey, I've heard it from a lot of people that they felt
Yeah.
like people that like the first book didn't like the second book, and people that
Yeah.
that didn't like the first book like the second book more.
It's weird. I find it really strange. I guess it just shows like how much
Oh.
like people's taste in writing differs
Mhm.
in like style. I don't know. I guess like it
Yeah.
must have been like a significant change of like writing style from book 1 to book 2 since there's such like
A divide.
conflict over it. I couldn't really tell like this. I just like didn't like the story as much. But I've heard good things about Gods and Monsters, so I'm excited to pick that up.
Inspired Amongst the Chaos read 35 pages.
Nice.
I can't believe she's already read like this book and the other 4 books, like the other 3 books.
no.
Yeah, the more yeah, I am very impressed. Like, I don't know, the more I read it, the more I'm like coming intrigued by the
Yeah,
story, like the further I get into it.
Yeah, I feel like I like it as well a little bit more.
Yeah,
Like by the ending.
yeah. Did you finish?
No, I'm only on page 351, so like probably in the next sprint I'll finish it or like
That's
get really close
exciting.
to finishing it.
Yeah, I got 2-page 463 of the book, so chapter 29. and I'm stopping here because I'm doing a reading vlog this week, and I want to finish it tomorrow so I can like round out the week. So yeah, but I'm like getting towards the end, and I'm like, I don't know. It's like it's more interesting now. You know what I'm
What
saying?
page
Like
are you on?
Sophie, 463.
Oh, you're literally like there.
Yeah.
Like you're missing nothing.
It's like I think there's like 20 more pages left in the book. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna wait on those 20 pages. Haha, I was determined to finish the storyline. I have such a hard time DNFing a book, so I have to finish it through. I relate to that so much. I'm horrible at DNFing. I simply cannot do it.
I'm like really bad at DNFing if I paid money for the book. If it's a library book, I can actually no, because like no, I think I'm more your side. I know that Alexa can DNF anything, but like I think I'm just like even like for example, I read not the other day, like a couple months ago, I read like this poetry audiobook by Ocean Vuong, and like I really hated it the entire way through. But for some reason, I felt like I had to finish it because it was a memoir. But like, you can't say you hate someone's memoir. Like
you can't say you hate someone's life.
yeah, exactly. Like it just
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
I feel like I just didn't vibe with the writing style.
Yeah. I know a lot of, like I've heard that name a lot recently. I feel like a lot of people have been reading like something from that author.
What author?
Yeah,
I like
Ocean Vuong.
He's a poetry.
I just remember because he has like a very memorable name. Like Ocean
it is a really memorable name. Nikki.
Oh
No.
We'll try to be as boring as possible moving forward.
I know every time I like start laughing, I'm like.
She also starts coughing. Oh. But yeah, how was you were listening to Three Dark Crowns, right?
Yeah,
the second book.
Or the second
How was
one.
it? The second one, how was it?
It's really good. Like I loved the first book, and then I was kind of like wondering if I don't know, like if the author would be able to maintain like such a high level of like intrigue throughout the whole, because I think it's like maybe 4 books in the series or something.
Yeah.
But this one is like just as interesting, if not more so. It's like,
oh yeah,
because the first one, so I was going to read it in November with one of my friends from Bookstagram, and then I just like couldn't wait because the first one ends on such a big like cliffhanger.
Yeah.
You have to know.
Yeah. It's a good series. It's a fun one.
I watched
definitely.
I watched the vlog, and I thought like the one you just put, and you said that you weren't gonna read it yet.
I know. I changed my mind.
That's like the sign of a good book.
I told my friends, I was like, I have a confession. I've already started this next one. But as Nikki and I learned, I don't do buddy reads very well. And so
you don't do buddy reads badly. You're just like slow.
Yeah.
No, she's like a slower reader.
Yeah. So having a head start, I think is probably gonna end up being a really good thing.
Yeah. I think that's
the ones here your support.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I feel that, like, because like buddy reads are good for me because I read so fast. So like when I'm doing a buddy read and I have to like get to a certain chapter and stay at that chapter every week, that's actually really good for me because it forces me to slow down and not like jump ahead so fast.
But how do you usually do your buddy reads? Is it like, oh, we're gonna meet at this chapter by this date?
Yeah, so usually how I do buddy reads with people is that we pick a book. We'll usually like try to see how many chapters are in the book and then divide it by 4 weeks or 3 weeks, depending on how long we want to read it. And then usually we'll pick a day to just text about it for a bit. Like I did a buddy read of 6 Crimson Cranes.
Oh, did you like it?
I really liked it. Give me a second. I really liked it. I thought it was a really interesting read, a really cool take on that mythology. And so with the friend I did it with, like every Sunday we just like texted for a bit about like our thoughts and stuff, and we took notes throughout the week. And it was just kind of a fun way to do that.
Yeah, I think that would be good. Mine is just like, because the girl that I was going to be buddy reading with, she had already read the book, and we just like happened to be like, oh, we both love this book. And so I would just like text her my reactions, which are basically like not complex at all. It would just be like me like, so-and-so is getting on my nerves so much, or like, because there's this like one character from the series that is just so annoying, like so annoying. So it would just be like really basic reactions like that, like nothing super complex.
I like that though.
Yeah.
I love seeing someone that reading a book that I love prior and like seeing their reactions to the book.
Yeah.
But I feel like if I ever did another like buddy read with Alexa, I'd do what you just said of like, oh, like we have to read this book page by this date, and then so that way I slow down.
Yeah, it's definitely helpful. And it's fun to just like, even if you write like a few sentences to each other about like your thoughts, I think it's just a really good way to like catch up on the book. Like I once did it entirely in GIFs. Like as I was reading a book with my friend, I would just send her I would send the page number and a GIF that it corresponded to. And that was kind of fun.
It's more like a book club. I like that.
Yeah, indeed. Purple Heart says, didn't care for the ones we're meant to find, but I pushed through it. For DNF, yeah. I'm so bad. I'm so like I will push through something if I don't like it. It's not good, but I do it.
I can do anything.
I wish I had that. I wish I
Even
had that
if it's
strength.
like something like sometimes I'll end up DNFing a book that I like because I just get busy or it takes me too long to get through it, and then I just like lose interest. So it'll be like a circumstantial DNF. So then I won't tell people I DNF'd it because I feel bad saying like, oh, I DNF'd this book, when really it's like, it's not the book's fault, you know?
No, I feel that way. I feel that way for Ember in the Ashes. I ended up unofficially DNFing the book, even though I liked it, just because I ended up starting my semester and
it just like gets away from you.
Just got away. It ran away.
That's what happened with me, like with that same series, because I really liked the first book, and then it took so long for the second book to come out, and I completely forgot about it, and I just never picked it up and never picked up the series again because I forgot what the first one like left off and like the plot and the characters, and it was just I can DNF series, I just can't DNF books.
Yeah, I feel like I've definitely just come to the conclusion that I need to wait until an entire series is out before reading it.
Yeah.
Because if not, it's never going to be in my radar ever again.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
Yeah. I get that. Oh, the struggle of like waiting for, like, I love fantasy series, like big, long fantasy series, but Lord, is it hard when there's like a year in between each and every one.
It's true.
Plus, I don't know. I just have such random like spurts of interest. Like I could be into totally different things a year from now. You know what I mean? Like I could be contemporaries then or whatever. So I need all of them available right when I want to read them.
I get that. Yeah. Oh, definitely.
By the way,
would you say
oh no, never mind.
No, what you were saying.
I'm asking something totally unrelated.
I'm not saying anything related either. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was just gonna ask how your NaNoWriMo Preptober is going.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. For people watching who don't know, NaNoWriMo is like National Novel Writing Month, where you can sign up to challenge yourself to write 50,000 words in a month. Preptober's going okay. I still have like a little bit of my plot outline to finish, and then I'm gonna take a break from the book until NaNoWriMo starts. Like I have space between me and the characters and can kind of like come at it with like more of a critical eye. So my plan is to finish up my outline this week so I can give myself a week of rest between this finishing the outline and the start date.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna do.
Yeah.
Do you do like Enneagrams for your characters, or
I have their
VIP?
I do their Myers-Briggs.
Okay.
I do their
What's your
Myers-Briggs.
Myers-Briggs?
My Myers-Briggs INFJ.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
What are your
INFP.
guys's?
I'm INFP.
Really? We're
Yeah,
all
I feel like a
similar.
lot of book lovers are INFP, I think.
That's
Yeah.
true. Yeah, I had never met so many until I joined the book community.
Yeah. That's where all of
You
us
guys
are. Like,
feel like
yeah.
it like captures your personality?
It
Yeah, no,
does.
I'm definitely like that. I'm also
Me too.
like my Enneagram's a 4.
My
Okay, I
Enneagram's
did a different
2.
one.
My
You're
Enneagram's a
2?
2 with 1. Like the 2 with 1.
I
Like
think
a
I'm
wing
4
or
with
something?
3.
Like your wing, yeah.
Yeah.
With 2 with my
Yeah.
wing is 1. Yeah.
I get a different
Ooh.
one every time I take the test. I don't know. Enneagram doesn't make sense to me. Like I've read about it multiple times and I'm like,
Mhm.
I just don't connect with any of these. But Myers-Briggs was like, that's me. Wait,
Yeah.
that's weird.
I had to take like the official test for a class actually. Like I had to literally sit down and like score it out myself, like the official, like not just like a quiz online. Like I took like the official test that had like 50
Really?
questions. Yeah. And I got INFJ and they're like, that's the rarest one. And I was like, are you serious? Because like I've seen like many on Bookstagram who are I think just like everyone who is INFJ is on Bookstagram. So it's like a skewed sample. But I was like, I see so many. We're all
My
here.
main character for my book is an INFJ.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So basically,
Love to
Shelby,
see it.
you have main character energy, is what she's saying.
Yes, that's what I'm just saying. But
Main
like if you
character,
see
yeah.
my main character ever in your life doing things that you wouldn't do.
Great. Yeah, we love that. If anyone else wants to like comment their INFJ or Enneagram, yeah. Would you say that like your astrological sign like also like very much matches you?
Yeah, and I know like my entire sign, like the whole chart thing, like I'm really into that. I'm a Taurus, Taurus sun and a Gemini moon and
I'm Taurus.
Oh, I know that you're Taurus also. And like we
Yeah.
have very similar energies. I feel like
Too.
for me, like Taurus is both like my sun sign and my Venus sign. So like that means like everything about me is like I want to be comfortable and pampered and like I want to like feel cozy at all times. And I feel like Taurus are honestly like, and I'm not saying this because I'm a Taurus, which might be a very Taurus thing to say, but like I feel like we're the best sign. Like every friend that I've had that's a Taurus is really great. Like I feel like we're really good workers. I feel like we're just like steadfast and like, a bull.
A bull.
A bull.
A bull. I had to pull up my co-star because that's where I get all my chart stuff.
Yeah.
I am a Taurus sun. I'm an Aquarius moon, and I'm Pisces rising.
Oh, you do get Pisces energy.
I do.
Like I see it. Yeah, you do.
I only know like Taurus stuff. I just like recently found out like that there was such thing as like a moon and ascending. So I don't know much about those yet.
Yeah, I don't like what does that mean? I literally like don't keep up with astrological stuff at all.
Oh, so like your sun sign is like basically like what you know is like what the sun was in when you were born, and that's like the most broad thing. But probably the more specific one is like your rising sign. So like the rising sign changes every 2 hours and it's based on like your time of birth. And that's gonna be how people see you with first glance and upon first meeting you. Like so like for me, like you give a really big like Pisces energy because you're really into like aesthetics. You love like romance things. You're very like romantic in general. Like you give like a very like Taylor Swift vibe, you know?
That's the nicest thing anyone's ever said to me.
I don't think she's a Pisces. She might be. But
the
like
nicest thing anyone's ever said to me.
And like your moon sign has to do with your emotions and how your inner world works and like how your thoughts work. And then like Yeah. Like, and your sun sign is kind of like what you're always striving for, but it's like very broad. And like there's other things like you can talk about your Mars, which is like about like your like how aggressive you are and like your sexual energy, your Mercury, which is communication. So it really is just like it's like a whole world. I
You
like
should do a
them.
video on it. You should do like a whole video explaining this. I would so watch it. Just like, can you please do like a full video, like explaining astrology and zodiac to me?
Oh my God, that would be so fun. I've like thought about doing a
Or like
video based on that.
recommending books. We're like recommending books for each sign.
Yeah.
I have seen videos like that.
I just like
No.
I get so mad at those because like as an earth sign, we get always like the most boring everything. Like they either give us brown or like and like I like green. They also give us green, but like usually it's like a muddy green, like baby vomit green. And I'm like and also just like in general, like they'll give us like really like safe romances, like a friends to lovers romance.
That's
When
why you
like
have to do
in
it better.
reality, like a Taurus would definitely be a mafia boss romance because Tauruses love that sort of like. I have your list. Like
I did. I sent Nikki a list of all the mob romances I've read.
I saw something that was like, oh, me and all my feminism reading how like this mafia man stole this girl and like all of this sort of thing, and my like feminism leaving my body, and I understand, like I understand why it happened.
100%. Yep. Oh, okay, so I think we're gonna start the next sprint in like 3 minutes or so, just so we're right at the 20. Yeah. So are you guys reading the same books this time?
I am.
So I think I'm gonna try to finish this, and if I finish it, I'll study because I've gotten behind on my studies.
I feel that.
But you have a really nice excuse. I was sick.
Yeah. Oh, so I put it down there. But yeah, I'm gonna be reading this now.
Oh my God, I'm really excited to see what you think.
I know. One of my good friends on Bookstagram like loves it.
I heard that one is super smutty. Like everything we didn't get in the first book, we're getting it in the second book. So like,
stop! You're getting me more excited. Oh, it's a good series. It's like about like a witch in Italy in like the 1800s, 1900s, and like her twin sister was murdered, and she has to team up with one of the princes of hell to like solve all the murders that are happening in their little Sicilian island.
Whoa!
And it's fabulous.
Do you get good like Italy scenery or?
Yeah, it's like very. Yeah, it's like witchy Italy. It's oh my God, it's so good.
And it's like really like aesthetic. I really want to go to Palermo now. I like also listened to the audiobook of the first book, and it was like I read it and I listened to the audiobook, and it was so good. Like some people don't like music in their audiobooks. I personally thought it was done well, and she had like this Italian accent, so I was like thinking in an Italian accent for like a couple of days afterwards. I highly recommend.
I love that. That's funny. I know. I love it when audiobooks like go the extra mile and have like sound effects and stuff. Like the Illumini audiobooks are really good for that.
Yeah.
Wait, so they have music playing like during the audiobook? I've never read I've never listened to one like that.
Yeah, and it has like sound effects because it's like a sci-fi, and so they have sound effects.
Cool.
Yeah, it's a real highly recommend reading. Like for Illumini, read the book as you're listening to it. It's like a whole other experience.
I really want to read Jake Kristoff, but I also like don't know if he's like what's the word, problematic? I don't know.
He is, but his writing is good. I read it before. He was like problematic. Like it's really annoying when you like an author's work but not their
hello, that's like me and J.K. Rowling. Like,
I know, I feel that. It took me a while to like get to a place with that.
yeah, I'm still
Okay.
trying to figure it out. Okay, we'll
Yeah.
start.
All right, we're gonna read. I'm gonna turn back on the pumpkin patch, and I'll see you guys at 9:05 or 05 wherever you are.
Okay.
Hi, guys. I seem to have startled Nikki
Hello.
from her reading. I'm sorry. Yeah, that was 45
Hello.
minutes of reading. Nice job, everyone. And we've had some people come in. Hi, Liv. How are you? And also we have Michelle, who was reading The Last Olympian. One of my favorite books of all time.
Me too.
Love me some Percy Jackson. We actually all got Camp Half-Blood shirts. All three of us got Camp Half-Blood shirts to wear.
Group
So-
costume.
We'll have to wear them for the last reading sprint. We all should wear them for the last reading sprint.
Yeah, we
Yes,
should.
definitely.
That'll be really
I
fun.
was like, I got like so distracted, and I was reading the last page of like my chapter. I had to like reread it because if not, I was gonna get confused.
Oh, that happens to me all the time where I'm reading and then I space out on the page and I have to reread what I just
Mhm.
got.
Me too.
But yeah,
How
how'd you
is Kingdom?
It's good. I'm really enjoying it. You ready to hear how much I read from page
Yeah.
1 in 45 minutes?
Yep.
Yeah.
So this has been a big thing. I read 98 pages.
Whoa.
Whoa. That's a lot. 90.
Yeah. It's really good so far. It's really fascinating. Definitely can tell it's going to be a lot steamier than the previous book.
So
like,
you read
right
2
off the bat.
pages.
That's like
page,
30 seconds a page.
Yeah, 2 pages a minute.
My earpod fell out. Yeah. Damn. When you put it that way, it sounds bad.
But it's already Stevie from the beginning. I like that.
Yeah, like within like the first 3 chapters.
Wow.
My favorite. Libby read 30 more pages. Congratulations. I hope you are enjoying Discovery of Witches.
Mm-hmm.
And Leslie here joined late, but she read 6 more pages of Royal Assassin by Robin Hobb. I've heard really good things about Robin Hobb. She's like a high fantasy author, I'm pretty sure. Like she does like big worlds and battles and like epic quests in her books.
See, now 6
So-
pages is more my speed.
Well, hey,
Robin
you can't
Hobb
talk. Yeah.
overwhelms me.
So good for you for reading it, Leslie. I know her books always scare me,
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
but they
you
look
would
good. They
be
sound interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So Alexa, you got 45 minutes of.
Yeah.
30,
I did
45
45 minutes.
So you read 90 minutes of your book. Listened to 90 minutes of your book, which is pretty good for an audiobook because they're so long.
Yeah,
That's like a
amazing.
dent.
It's like a
That is a
12-hour audiobook too.
Oh my
Mm-hmm.
god. Oh,
I don't
And-
know
mhm.
where I was before, but I'm on
Mhm.
chapter 28, so I'm a little bit behind you, and I'm not done yet, and I just want to finish it. This book is way too long.
I agree. I think there could be a lot less stuff that happens. So I have to say, like, the ending is like picking up more. Like I'm more intrigued.
Yeah. The
I like-
ending
I-
out. No,
Yeah.
say. Tell me what you were gonna say.
Sophie, I don't know. It's more interesting to see her full blown as she is right now at the
Yeah.
end. I don't like it's like how you like the villain.
Yeah.
Sometimes like the villain's fascinating. Like I'm really liking this end the end version of Sophie right now.
Yeah. I just
More than
like,
I have.
I don't know. I don't want to spoil anything.
I know I'm trying really hard
I
not
like-
to.
I honestly don't know still if I'm gonna just read this in like Wikipedia page, like of the entire series, because like I find that the books are way too long.
Yeah. No, that's a good
Maybe
idea.
if
To
I
like
get
read
the
this book
audiobook.
and then summaries of the rest of the books. Just because I need to know
Yeah.
what's gonna happen.
That's what I do for any book that I DNF. Like I do figure out
Really?
what happens at the end. Because like usually the story's there. It's just like I wasn't vibing. Like usually for me it's like either the writing style or
Mhm.
something like that.
Sometimes
Nice.
summaries are better.
Yes.
Honestly, though, like that's true.
Oh my goodness. The book that intimidates me is
Oh
I
my
Am
God,
Love by Robert Jordan. It's 1,000
It's
plus pages.
1,000
Ooh.
pages.
I have
And
it,
it's
and I'm trying to
chunkier because
read
you have the
it.
mass market. Oh my God, that's gotta be
Yeah.
like mass markets like are small, like they're like small and chunky.
They're like the bare
Yeah.
bones. Yeah.
Yeah, those scare me more than anything. Oh my God, that sounds. I feel like have I ever read a 1,000-page book before? I don't know if I
Yeah, if you
have.
read it, Order of the Phoenix. I think Order
That's
of the Phoenix.
1,000 pages.
Pages?
Isn't it?
I have no
I
idea.
remember it was definitely
Probably
chunky.
probably
Like, it was
in
definitely
like
at
mass
least
market
800.
paperback it is.
Might have
Like
been
if
in
you
that format.
Yeah.
trying to see if
Because I have
Kingdom of the
Eye of the
Ash
World
was.
here. And I think the Eye of the World copy I have is like the paperback, not the mass market one. And I think it's like 700 pages. So I think
That's so annoying. Oh my God. I'm trying to see if Kingdom of like I feel like one of Sarah J. Maas's books is definitely over 1,000. I just can't remember
I feel like
which one.
Kingdom, the Court of Silver Flames.
Court of
But like
Silver
that's
Flames, yeah.
700, but like probably the paperback will be
Yeah.
around 1,000.
Kingdom of Ash, which is like the last book in Throne of Glass series, that was 984 pages in
Wow.
hardback. So I can only imagine it's probably 1,000 plus in paperback.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like right now going through my Sarah J. Maas Throne of Glass like adventure because I'd only gotten to I've only gotten to the third one, Heir of Fire.
Yeah.
And like
Heir
I
of
know
Fire
it
is
gets
where
better.
it turns around. Heir of Fire is where it turns around.
Yeah, and like I've seen so many spoilers. Like I've seen like important characters and stuff like that because it's inevitable.
Those
But like
kinds
I'm
of books,
excited.
it's hard. Yeah. Yeah, because everyone like posts all these like fan arts about them. So I definitely like before going into ACOTAR, like I had a pretty good idea of like what was gonna happen before I read it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's hard to escape.
It is. But that's it for our little reading sprints of the night because these two need to get to bed so they can heal.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
no, I want you
well,
to feel
hopefully
better.
everyone will feel better next time.
Yes,
Yeah,
I think
I
next
hope you
week,
feel better.
right? Yes.
Yeah, next week we should be on Alexa's channel and we'll all be healthy.
Yeah.
We'll all be good. And we'll all be in our Camp Half-Blood shirts, which will be super cool.
Yes.
Yes, that's super fun. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
good night,
All right.
everyone.
Good night, everyone. I hope you had a good time.
Thank you, Libby.
Bye, guys.